Hey guys, how you doing? It's Ralph Perez here from Horror and Coffee. I'm just doing this really raw, live stream real quick. It's actually a movie review. I watched Jurassic World Dominion this weekend. Um, for those of you who know me very well, I love dinosaurs. Dinosaurs has always been something I love since I was a kid, and for many kids, it's kind of been that way. I remember I have so many fond memories going to the Museum of Natural History as a child. My parents used to take me, and I was always blown away by by the fossils of all the famous dinosaurs at the time and stuff like that. Hey, Tony, movie chap, how you doing? This is just a review of my thoughts on Jurassic World Dominion. Right off the cuff, I'm not trying to edit anything. I'm not trying to make anything like crazy and fancy here because, to be honest with you, I got a lot going on right now, so I kind of am just trying to squeeze some time in when I can. Okay. Having said that, Jurassic World Dominion. Okay, this is the third film in the Jurassic World trilogy that started with Jurassic World a few years ago, and then I forgot the name of the last one that came out. It has Chris Pratt in it. He's the guy with the Velociraptor that he's able to, you know, know how to keep them calm, like train them. Uh, so it's pretty good. Um, this is gonna be a complete spoiler, by the way. It's complete spoiler. So if you haven't seen this movie and you want to see it, um, but you don't want to be spoiled, I would tune out now and come back later after you saw it. Here's the thing. A lot of people have been kind of like ripping on this movie, saying, "Oh, it sucks. It's stupid. It didn't make sense." There was some reviewers said, it had no relevance, didn't have enough dinosaurs. I've heard other reviewers say that this thing with the locusts was really what the movie was about. Because there's this thing in the movie about locusts, genetically modified big locusts, like yay big, right? That were going to destroy the entire food chain of the planet if they wasn't stopped. And Biogen, the company that is the successor to InGen, uh, you know, just accidentally created these locusts, these grasshoppers, and they needed to find a way to stop it. So they called upon our old heroes from the original Jurassic Park trilogy, this woman, Sam Neill, and all of that kind of stuff. To go and try to take care of it. Now, I'm not going to like play by play the film. I'm just going to give you the reasons why I thought I actually liked it. I liked the movie, and this goes flush against what a lot of the reviewers here on YouTube are saying, that it wasn't good. In my opinion, it was. And I'll give you my reasons right now. One, it's just dinosaur movies. Okay, you're not gonna now. Granted, it's not Jurassic Park. It's not the original one that captivated everybody, right? Because once you come out with something like that groundbreaking. Steven Spielberg did something so groundbreaking with that film back in 1993 that you can't not only unsee that, but you can't compare. You can't keep making movies like that and be like, okay, is it better? There's never been neither the other two films after Jurassic World. I'm sorry, Jurassic Park. They weren't better than the original, and the Jurassic World films, the last three, are not better than the original. If you're gonna keep comparing, if you're gonna keep um looking at Jurassic Park from 1993 as the top standard to measure all these other films against, then of course they're not going to be better. But I will tell you this, it was entertaining. I enjoyed it. I even heard a YouTuber say it was boring. I'm like, boring? Where was it boring? Like, first of all, first of all, in Dominion, in Jurassic World Dominion, this movie, you got dinosaurs pretty much living all over the earth now, right? You see little, you know, of video footage of a girl being chased by little compysauruses. Remember the ones from the Lost World, Jurassic Park, the Lost World from the second film that came out in '97 ish or something like that. That it was it hurt. It went after this little girl in the very beginning, and then it totally attacked this guy earlier on. You see these in this film and stuff, and you remember it's definitely a callback. Um, so that was kind of cool. I enjoyed that. I like how people are trying to live with dinosaurs being now in the mix of human civilization. They showed a nest of pterosaurs on top of the Freedom Tower in Manhattan. I thought that was funny. I was like, wow, that's raw right there. I liked it. I appreciated it. Of course, here's the problem. You got these evil guys from InGen, I was gonna say from Biogen, I think they're called. They steal Blue. Blue is that Velociraptor, the one everybody loves from the last two Jurassic World movies. Um, Blue has a baby raptor they call Beta, and they steal Beta, because of its genetics. Now, if you remember from the last film, the last Jurassic World film, there was also a young girl, who was a clone herself of someone, of someone that the grandfather kind of grieved at that time period, from the last movie, and you see that angle flesh out really well in this film. Like it gets more into the why she was created, who her mother was, and the impact she made in the pursuit of curing diseases, all kinds of diseases, cancer, Alzheimer's, you name it. And and how this was, this girl, clone as she was, still had a mother. She it was, so this woman really wasn't her clone. It was great. I liked it. So it kind of like it fit into the story. It fit into the guy running Biogen, who turned out to be like a Steve Jobs looking guy who was not, and that's, no disrespect to Steve Jobs, but this guy was like bad. He was bad. He was bad, right? And he had Dr. Malcolm, played by Jeff Goldblum, kind of, he had him there doing classes, teaching. He wrote a book, so we see what what Dr. Malcolm has been up to all this time. And then it talks about it shows how they get Sam Neill's character, Dr. Grant, and I forgot the woman's name, the blonde one. I can't think of her name right now. Both of those, they get in there and they kidnap. Not only do they kidnap Beta, I'm all over the place. Not only do they kidnap Beta, the baby raptor, but the girl, because they've been hunting for her. She's been staying with these two guys, the Chris Pratt and I'm terrible with names. You know who I'm talking about, the guy and the girl from the Jurassic World movies. They're in hiding, trying to keep her safe from the evil genetic people, but they got her. So, and they took Beta to this lab somewhere in Europe, where they were surrounded by a sanctuary of dinosaurs that have been living there, in this whole sanctuary place. You see all kinds of dinosaurs. You see this other dinosaur that surpassed the T-Rex. I think it was called Gigantosaurus or something like that. And you see Gigantosaurus and T-Rex throw down a couple of times in this movie. You also see this other dinosaur with these really long claws. It looks like a bird, but it was huge and it was omnivorous. It ate plants, but at the same time, it was dangerous as crap. Um, I don't know the name of that dinosaur, but I like to call the dinosaur Freddy Kruegersaurus. You'll see why if you watch this film, especially at the end, you'll see what I mean. It's like, what's Freddy Kruegersaurus? It was hilarious. All you need to do is put a sweater on him and a hat. So you got that. You got the pterodactyls, and you got different kinds of raptors too, not just the regular velociraptors, which by the way aren't real velociraptors, because true velociraptors in real science were only about yay big. about like that, about the size of a small dog, really. The bigger ones, the ones that you see, were more along the lines of a dinosaur called Deinonychus, which was that joint was big. I've seen, and how do I know this? Because I've been to the Museum of Natural History, and they have the fossils of these things. I see a Deinonychus, I see a Velociraptor. I'm like, okay, Deinonychus is really what they were dealing with here in all these Jurassic films. Like not a Velociraptor. Velociraptor is too little, but I get why they would say raptors or velociraptors. They're kind of in the same family, but they had different names. I guess velociraptor flows out of the tongue better than Deinonychus. Who knows? Whatever. It's Hollywood. And so you see how all of that plays out, and there was definitely a message here about uh redemption. I saw themes of redemption in this movie. I saw themes of old meeting the new. You see the old cast from Jurassic Park and the new people from Jurassic World. They get together. They try to escape from this thing and try to save the girl and try to save Betta. So it's funny. There are funny moments, of course. Which was great. Um, there were complaints that Dr. Malcolm really wasn't really Dr. Malcolm. He didn't act like he did like 30, 20 something years ago in the original Jurassic Park movies. And I'm like, well, if you think about it, it's been like 25 plus years. People change, and not everybody's the same. You can't expect somebody to be exactly the same. Like I sensed Dr. Malcolm's personality. I didn't think it changed much at all. I thought it was Dr. Malcolm, but some people are like nitpicking. I'm telling you, like they're shitting all over this movie, and I'm like, "Oh, yeah, but come on. All right, I got Tony Movie Chat with a commentary here. Let's see what he has to say. I saw Jurassic World Dominion last night. I thought it was fine, not great by any means. Yeah, with a somewhat interesting way to end the franchise, but definitely a big improvement over the Fallen Kingdom. That was the name of the last one. Fallen Kingdom. Yeah. I like this one better than Fallen Kingdom, but people are beefing over this one more than they were beefing over Fallen Kingdom. But the villain sucked, and you automatically know that he was going to get killed off at the end. I agree. And another thing I will say is I wish the film was a bit bloody with some squirting out. Well, that's a hero there, in my opinion, Tony, because um, it's Jurassic World. It's not Friday the 13th. You know what I mean? Even though you still have Freddy Krueger stars, he could have like decapitated some people with one big swoosh of his claw, you know. Um, what else he says? When someone died, it would have been nice, but despite that, I did have fun with Jurassic World Dominion. Yeah, me too. I enjoyed it. I really liked it. Like I don't see a problem with this film. I love dinosaurs, so you give me any movie with dinosaurs in it, I'm gonna like it anyway, right? Because I like the whole running and screaming and the dinosaurs fighting. That's always my best part when the T-Rex is fight. And the T-Rex, have you noticed the T-Rex is always like a kind of hero in all of the movies? Think about it. In the first Jurassic Park film from 1993, he saves Dr. Grant and company from the velociraptors that were going after him. He saved them, right? And then in Jurassic World, in the Lost World, Jurassic Park 2, the Lost World, the poor T-Rex was like being treated like a victim in all this joint, and he went after people, sure, but she just wanted her kid back, the baby T-Rex, right? So there was that. And you don't see much of T-Rex in Jurassic Park 3. He gets killed off real quick by the Spinosaurus. And then and then in these films in Jurassic World, the first Jurassic World, he comes to the rescue to go against that mutated, genetically engineered beast, at the end of that movie and stuff. I don't you didn't really see much of him in the last film, but in this one, again, he saves the day. He helps Freddy Kruegersaurus fight the Gigantosaurus. It's hilarious. I'm like, wow. And I think there's a reason for that because everybody loves T-Rex and T-Rex rocks. Like everybody does. T-Rex is my favorite dinosaur. I'm sure it's millions of others. You can't Can't go wrong with T-Rex, right? T-Rex, no matter how big the other ones are, T-Rex is still the king, the tyrant king, Tyrannosaurus Rex, Rex, king, Latin. Okay, so there it is. Another thing I noticed is that they brought back Dilophosaurus. Remember Dilophosaurus from the first film, the one with the flaps that went and went after the guy from Seinfeld and stuff like that. Yeah, that was cool. That was cool. You know, um, so there's that. And I saw Dimetrodons. Those are the lizard-like ones with the sails on their backs, going after Dr. Grant and I forgot the name of the woman in the caves. And I was like, Dimetrodons? Dimetrodons were Permian period animals. They were before the Mesozoic era. Again, the science. They were not dinosaurs. They were actually precursors, according to science, to mammals. Yeah, to mammals. You heard me right. They were carnivorous. They were definitely predators. But so it was funny how they pulled Dimetrodons in there. Not only did they try to really get dinosaurs in general, but they had all kinds of other animals in there. I'm surprised they didn't try to, get some little mammals, because during the time of the dinosaurs, mammals were like yay big, hiding underneath and coming out only at night, so they wouldn't get stepped on or eaten. But I'm surprised they didn't try to, reproduce, genetically create some of those guys. Like, come on, if you're gonna fill the niches, fill the niches. Tony has another overall hate that this movie has gotten is just ridiculous. Agreed. And I think the problem was that people were expecting this movie to be like Endgame, and I think they overhyped themselves. It's true. It's true. People expect more. Like some people have told me, I'm not gonna go watch that, and you should save your money, Ralph. Well, you know what? I didn't save my money, and I thought it was worth it. What? What are you gonna do? Like, come on. So it bothers me when I'm trying to be dissuaded from seeing a movie I want to see. I just want to see the damn thing. I think some people, I don't know, they're in another place in their life right now, but not me. I'm different. I love dinosaurs. I love, and I'm not saying that this movie was perfect. It's not. And again, it doesn't hold up to to the hype. It doesn't hold up to the hype, and I'm okay with that. Jamel, it is silly. It is silly, Jamel. I think it was silly that that Jurassic Park Dominion got a load of crap. All right. So if it doesn't do well in the box office, if it doesn't make enough money, I don't care. I don't care. It's not like I'm getting the money. I like the movie. Done. Finished. It's all right. I'm okay with that, bro. I'm okay with it. So, again, another thing I liked. Remember the Asian doctor in the original Jurassic Park? That was that scene when they were overseeing the raptors hatching on the eggs and stuff. He showed up in Fallen Kingdom, right? And he looked like he was a bad guy, right? But he has a definite redemptive arc in this film. If you watch this, you're gonna see, oh wow, it has to do with the locusts. Big part of it has to do with the locusts. But he is the one who really reveals the whole story with the girl, the genetically created girl in this movie. And yeah, Jamel, it was hyped as the last film. And I think what made the hype was that they were bringing back the old Jurassic Park cast and having them unite with the current cast to go deal with whatever situation. I think that was the biggest hype about it. I appreciated it for one, and I liked a definite kind of. Remember, somebody told me that the Steve Jobs kind of guy was actually Dotson. Remember Dotson in the first Jurassic movie? Dotson, we got Dotson here. Remember when he was showing the Seinfeld guy the 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 what you call that, the shaving cream cans that had the inside the vials of the dino DNA that they were gonna like smuggle out of Isla Nora or to get to wherever. Well, apparently it did. You see the original shaving cream um thing on his desk, and I think I gotta look at it. I gotta read it up. Because I'm not too. Maybe all I have to do is, if you let me, look it up right here in the cast. Um, Jurassic World Dominion. I'm typing it in now, and let me see if the cast. Let me see the cast. Okay, we got. Let's see if he's right. Dodgson. Oh, yeah, it was him. Holy God. It wasn't the same actor. That I was told. But he was the guy that was, remember in the very beginning of Jurassic Park when he met up with the Seinfeld dude? I forgot his name too. When they were sitting at a table and he was like, Dodgson, we got Dodgson here, right? Um, and he was showing him the whole thing with the he's the one, he's the Steve Jobs looking guy with the white hair in this film. He's the main antagonist of the film. So it was like I didn't make that connect until later after Dr. Malcolm called him Dodgson. As soon as he said that, I was like, I remember that name, and then it started coming to, oh, this is the this is where Biogen came from the smuggling of the original dino DNA from the first film. That's why they had that whole base of operations in Europe. Very good. I thought that was really, really good. So aside from that, there was a great motorcycle because this guy Chris Pratt likes being on a motorcycle, right? So they got Chris Pratt and these raptors chasing him. These were raptors that were slightly larger and more menacing than your Jurassic Park Velociraptor. They were chasing him through the streets of Italy, or I think it was Italy. It looked like Italy. They're going all over. Oh my God, that was fun. I was like, why? My eyes were glued, and it was action packed. It was a lot of fun. Let's see what Tony movie chap has to say now. I just don't know what were people expecting. I saw someone complaining, oh, it's just nostalgia compared to the Rise of Skywalker. You do not compare this to the Rise of Skywalker because, first of all, the Rise of Skywalker was a complete shit show. In fact, the original, now that I think back on it, and I should do a whole commentary on this, the entire Star Wars sequel trilogy was a complete shit show. I loved The Force Awakens, and then the other two films threw the whole damn thing down the toilet because they made the shit up on as they went along. They didn't have a planned out trilogy the way the other two trilogies were planned out because that was George Lucas's baby and he knew, and they threw out his ideas and they wanted to come up with their own and they wanted to make their little statements because this is the world we live in, so we got to be inclusive and and they completely ruined that trilogy. Oh God, I'm disgusted. I'm actually disgusted with your Star Wars trilogy. Anyway, I digress. Back to Jurassic World Dominion. Tony movie chap. Um, what the hell? Can somebody remove that shit? Oh my God, what the hell is this? Oh no. How do I block user? There you go. Yeah, get rid of that. Christ. Um, yeah, Tony movie chap. Yeah, I found out after then I saw the movie. I honestly didn't even know what that was Dotson. I didn't know either, you know, but but it wasn't the same guy, the same actor. They had to get somebody else. I was told. Alex actually told me that. Alex from, um, from Geek Flicks. I'm sorry. He- I keep thinking Levels of Geeks. I'm still stuck to that title. So yeah, you know, um, yeah, I know. I saw it. I saw it. I saw it. I think I deleted it. Let me know if I did. I think I was able to block it. You know, I hope so because that was stupid. I hate those things. Those things are stupid. I'm like, my God. Anyway, so did I like Jurassic World Dominion? Hell yeah, I liked it. And I definitely appreciated it. It satisfied my love for dinosaurs. It had a redemptive arc, and it had a strong message about meaning and purpose, even to a clone like that girl. Like it gave her meaning and purpose because she thought she was nobody. She was somebody, and she is somebody. So that combined with the whole idea of human beings and dinosaurs living together, at the end of it all, they made the whole area in Europe a wildlife reserve for the dinosaurs to live unbothered, all of that. It was great. So I loved it, and I hope that you know, I hope that they make other films in the future. I mean, they say this is the last one, but you know how Hollywood works. You know, I'm with you, Ralph. I'm someone that's always likes to judge a movie for myself and going with an open mind, even if I know if the reviews are terrible and has a terrible score on Rotten Tomatoes. Yeah, because if you depend on what the reviewers think or what other people think, people who haven't seen the movie like to think, oh, I heard it was crap, I'm not gonna watch it. Okay, don't watch it. I'm not making you do it. Don't try to make me do it. Dude, I love the film. I give it 3 coffee cups. That's my rating. 3 coffee cups for Jurassic World Dominion. Um, you know, Even if I watch a bad movie, I never feel like I wasted my time in the movie theater because I just love the theater experience. Agreed. I love the idea of going to a movie theater with my popcorn, my soda, my chips, whatever the heck, and just having a good time in that dark room with the big screen. And if the movie sucks, the movie sucks. I'll tell you about it right here. Oh my God, I am being attacked here. It's like freaking, yeah, this is bad. Okay. So yeah, I keep blocking this crap. I hope it's working. All right, let me see if it is. Well, probably. Yeah. All right, gentlemen and ladies, that's my review of Jurassic World Dominion. If you like it, if you like the film, if you hated it, talk to me. Comment below. 7 out of 10 from me. Um, that's a fair rating, Tony. I like it. Um, Comment below. Consider subscribing if you have not. Again, excuse the raw format here. It's just a live stream I'm doing right here because editing and putting together videos is great too. I love it, but it's again, there's been a lot going on, so I'm not really making time for that. But I do have time to sit down, and it's been 27 plus minutes at this point where I review Jurassic World Dominion. It is my thought. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Tony, for your support. Thank you for your comments. Thank you, Jamel, for joining also, and for whoever else watches this, thank you for that too. This is Ralph Perez from Horror and Coffee, and until next time, take care. See you later.